Andy McCarthy is a contributing editor at National Review, a former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, one of the most eloquent writers on law and justice there is. Andy, thanks very much for coming on. So assess these charges, if you would, as someone who has brought charges within the context of the broader investigation. Do these charges bring us closer as Americans to understanding how our democracy was hacked in 2016?
No. I think the takeaway, Tucker, with due respect to Mr. Stone, and this is obviously of immense importance to him, to the country, it seems to me that this set of charges underscores what seems to have been obvious for over a year, and that is that there never was a conspiracy between the Trump campaign and the Kremlin to commit espionage. It seems to me that that is something that's been obvious to investigators for a very long time. And this latest set of charges indicates that they not only were not in cahoots with Russia, they didn't actually know what WikiLeaks had. Right. So, as you pointed out in your interview with Stone, there's no charge in the indictment that Stone, who's facing 7 felony charges, was in any kind of a criminal conspiracy with WikiLeaks. All this is about is the process of investigating the so-called Trump-Russia conspiracy, which it seems to me not only didn't exist, but they've long known that it didn't exist.
I'm fixated on the CNN tape of this raid on Stone's house this morning because I think, like a lot of people, I looked at that and I thought, this is not at all the country that I grew up in or want to live in. If a prosecutor says we go to the house of a 66-year-old man who we know doesn't have a passport or a gun, who lives with his older wife who's deaf and their dogs and cats, and we need 27 armed federal agents, each with a sidearm and an AR-15, is there anybody who says, you know what, that's just wrong, that's overkill, we don't need to do this, it's actually dangerous? Why are we doing this? Why wouldn't anyone push back against that idea?
Yeah, I don't know, Tucker, because this is not the first time this has happened in this investigation. When Paul Manafort, when there was a raid on his home in Virginia, it was on the night between 2 days when he was cooperating with 2 different congressional committees, and it was under circumstances where the special counsel's office knew his very well-respected lawyers in Washington and could easily have called up the lawyer and said, here's a subpoena, these are the items we want. There was certainly no reason to do it the way they did it. And here, today, what happened here seems to me to be complete overkill, to take somebody who is at best what you would think of as a white-collar criminal, if he's actually guilty of the charges, who's committed process crimes, and treat him like he was a mafia don or Osama bin Laden, to me just seems to be crazy. And the proof is in the pudding. If you really think this guy is either a danger to the agents who are conducting the search or a risk of flight, one thing you don't do is agree to let him out on his signature to a $250,000 bail bond. I mean, he either is this evil guy or he's not.
It kind of reveals the motive, doesn't it? And finally, there's been a lot of debate today about how a CNN producer with a camera wound up at the scene at 5-something in the morning. CNN has an explanation for it. I don't know if it's true or not. Is it plausible in your mind that a prosecutor in this investigation would tip off a news organization? I mean, if you're going to conduct a raid like this, presumably you're doing it for shock and awe. Would it be so strange to let a news organization, a sympathetic one, know?
I don't think it would be strange to do that, particularly under circumstances where it looks like there was a lot of orchestrating the media response here. As I understand it, the raid began at 6 o'clock. The press release was issued at 6:17, I think Catherine Herridge said, this morning. So that obviously is suspicious. I'm also aware of investigations where, for example, the media finds out that there's some leak in the investigation. The media finds out there's going to be a raid, and the government makes a deal that they can be on the scene as long as they don't leak the fact of the raid so that people get a chance to escape. So until we know all the facts, I wouldn't jump to conclusions.
No,
but
I'm
it's
not.
Very suspicious.
I'm not. But what you're describing is its own form of collusion, I would note, if true. Andy McCarthy, thank you very much.
Collusion's a very loose term there, Tucker.
It is a loose term, and it's a common phenomenon here in Washington, I can tell you. Thank you very much.